You're listening to The Larry King Show, live from Washington, D.C. Here again, Larry King.
With Dr. Charles Crenshaw, who tells us, by the way, what you did for JFK, you would have done for anyone shot that day, right?
Absolutely.
That was the procedure. He got the fullest. Anyone would have gotten that. Athens, Georgia. Hello.
Hello, Larry. What you just said sort of leads into my question. Doctor, I was wondering, have there been any improvements in emergency procedures or techniques that would have perhaps saved the President or Oswald had they been shot in 1992 instead of 1963?
Well, I think nothing could have changed the outcome for the President of the United States. For Oswald, if the emergency medical systems that we have today with instantaneous putting a tube down his trachea to give him 100% oxygen, with being able to start IVs in legs and arms of Ringer's lactate and fluids, he would have had at least a much, much better chance and could have lived.
Minneapolis, hello.
Hi. I was wondering if you were aware that some of the other doctors at Parkland did a show for Nova, and they said that the photographs at Bethesda were consistent with what they saw.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Again, they had talked with the Warren Commission. They had agreed to the hypothesis. And it was difficult for you to understand that they could not really take a stand at variance with the Warren Commission because it was announced to them that they had missed 2 wounds in the back, one of which I don't believe was there, the one in the hairline. But they had caused a great problem with the public. They had, with their statements alone, everybody was wondering about, even then, about multiple assassins and problems. And so it takes little to think that they would go along with the official version and would retail and change and authenticate the hypothesis. And what I call this is the metamorphosis of an entrance wound to an exit wound.
Mansfield, Ohio. Hello.
Hello. There are, this is very interesting. There were 16 doctors and others that he says were with him. Are any others corroborating with what he says that leave credence to what he's saying? And were there any pictures, other pictures at the hospital taken that could refute what was released? And what can I do, basically, as a citizen to push the issue of what the doctor's claiming?
Well, number one, no photos were taken at Parkland. And what I would like to gain or get you to do is to talk to your representatives in your government to back the Boren-Stokes or the Stokes-Boren resolution that was brought in 2 weeks ago. The resolution itself wants to open up the Warren Commission files so that they may see the files that are marked for national security. They also would like to have the files of the FBI, the Secret Service, and the CIA. Plus, they would like to send a request to the KGB in Russia to find out what they have on their files pertaining to Oswald.
Claiborne, Texas. Hello.
Yes. My husband and I had taken a couple of classes from J. Gary Shaw about the assassination. In your opinion, do you think the truth will ever be known?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer. I don't think it's going to be known unless we reinvestigate. I don't believe it's going to be known unless we do a total investigation. If we use the same artifacts and the same things that the Warren Commission used, no.
Dubuque, Iowa. Hello.
Thanks, Larry. Dr. Crenshaw, while interviewing Oliver Stone in the recent 48 hours, Dan Rather feigned defense when Stone challenged him that the major media had been derelict in reporting and researching on the assassination. Aside from Geraldo Rivera in 2020 and Larry King, have other media approached you to conduct in-depth interviews?
Yes, but that's exactly kind of what I'm doing, going through the country, talking about the book, and these are all on different national radio and national television shows. So we are trying to...
The media certainly wants to find the answer, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I would guess it would be, silly for us not to want to find the answer.
Right.
All right, our guest is Dr. Charles Crenshaw. We are going to pause for news headlines, a word from the local stations. And when we come back, we'll have a half hour left of your phone calls. We'll get to as many calls as we can. Dr. Crenshaw's credentials are impeccable. He completed his residency in general surgery at Parkland. He's presently chairman and director of the Department of Surgery at John Peter Smith Hospital, the Tarrant County Hospital District of Fort Worth, and professor of clinical surgery, University of Texas Southwestern Health Science Center in Dallas. The book is published by Signet, and that's a division of Penguin, and you can get it anywhere paperbacks are sold, or you can order it at 1-800-831-8900. That's 1-800-831-8900. The book is JFK, Conspiracy of Silence. The author is Dr. Charles Crenshaw. Jim Bohanna will host the program Monday and Tuesday night. On Wednesday night, we'll be in Los Angeles, and we'll be broadcasting in Los Angeles Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then all of the following week as well. This is the Larry King Show in Washington. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.